Welcome to Doing Business in Rwanda. I'm your host, Sandrine Mutoniwase. Today, we explore how Rwanda continues to position itself at the heart of Africa's digital transformation through the event of the Mobile World Congress recently held in Kigali. The Mobile World Congress 2025 was held in Kigali, Rwanda in October. It brought together leaders from across the continent to discuss how Africa can leverage digital technologies to accelerate economic transformation. From strengthening digital infrastructure to empowering innovators, the conversations reflected Africa's growing confidence in shaping its own digital future. President Paul Kagame opened the event by highlighting how Africa's digital journey has evolved over the years.
Rwanda believes deeply in the power of technology to connect people and foster real transformation. In just a few years, Africa has gone from limited connectivity to a mobile-driven economy. Broadband and smartphones have become implements of daily life, advancing commerce, education, finance, and other key sectors. Mobile money is a good example of this. What began as a solution for those excluded from formal banking has grown into a global model of financial inclusion. It has empowered small businesses and women entrepreneurs while linking rural communities to the broader economy.
The Mobile World Congress 2025 served as a platform where public and private sectors made to shape Africa's digital future, including Rwanda's Ministry of ICT and Innovation that has been instrumental in driving this transformation.
When we started hosting the Mobile World Congress here in partnership with GSMA, the idea was to really bring connectivity issues and conversation, critical conversation here on the continent, especially on the fact that most of the people today who are still not connected, a third of those people live on the continent. So it's very relevant that we have a Mobile World Congress with private sector and global partners having that conversation on the continent and with the players and the beneficiaries that digital transformation would definitely benefit. Looking at new technology, for example, last year there was a very big push for 5G, and this year a couple of telecom companies were also showcasing where 5G enrollment is. I think this year AI was a very, very big component of the conversations that we were having, and I think those are some of the critical areas that we always look at. We want to make sure that as many Rwandans as possible have smartphones. So here we're having various conversation and piloting, and as well as working with various partners on different schemes on device financing. And we're also looking at strengthening our private sector and our startup ecosystem to ensure that some of these companies are actually helping us bring on digital solutions for everyday Rwandans.
Among the exhibitors was Ansys Rwanda Limited, a company whose journey to Rwanda began a visit that sparked new opportunities in Africa's digital space.
Our former CEO, Ajay Gopal, came to Rwanda to visit the gorillas. He came on vacation. He is on the board of directors for Carnegie Mellon University. So when he was at a board meeting, he mentioned to the president of CMU that he and his wife had visited Rwanda. They really liked the country, and the president of CMU asked him, "Did you visit our campus?" And he said, "What campus?" So he was thinking about expanding the company into Africa, and because of our global partnership with CMU, we decided to move here, and our actual first office was on the campus of CMU Africa with myself and 5 engineers. Within 4 or 5 months, we outgrew that space and we moved to Norskin in town. So for us, it's about the digital connectivity. So with our tools, the people who build the infrastructure, the antennas, the repeaters, things of that nature, can use our software to not only design the piece of equipment, but actually do connectivity testing so that the manufacturers who work with the telecoms and with the ISPs, they can actually build their products faster, bring them to market quicker at a lesser price so that they can provide connectivity to the consumer at a reduced price.
Private investment in technology and infrastructure is crucial for Africa's competitiveness. Regional leaders like Ekjan Group believe that East Africa's maturity in digital finance is creating a unique innovation environment.
Like I was about to say, but where East Africa in general, stands out is it's a bit more advanced when it comes to financial services, right? I mean, we always look at what's happening in East Africa because it started before other regions, I would say, in Africa. So you have a very dynamic space, right? It's not just about mobile money. The regulators are quite supportive. They have built what we believe is a very enabling regulatory framework. So if you take Kenya, you can get a digital lending license. You don't need to be a bank to lend, for example. So, I wouldn't say they relaxed, but they created a set of regulations that allow new players to come in and serve customers. So what we see in East Africa is that it's a bit more vibrant or advanced, I would say. I wouldn't say vibrant, but a bit more advanced than other regions, a bit more mature. And that's why we see a lot is happening here in terms of innovation. You have a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of startups in the fintech, not only fintech, but in the fintech space.
At the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, investment in infrastructure remains a top priority.
In terms of investment for infrastructure, I think some of the key initiatives that we've been pushing is to really ensure that we have quality connectivity across Rwanda and in all areas. And here we will continue to work with our private sector to really make sure that there's quality network in the country, and we continue to push for this. The second one is around, I would say, like structuring investment. So we're trying to attract investors in areas such as data center and other digital infrastructure that are necessary for us to build, to continue to build our ecosystem.
For companies like ANSYS, Rwanda's openness to innovation and education offers fertile ground for growth and talent development.
So our biggest challenge is capacity building. There are many people who have the ability to use our software, but they don't have the training to do so. So what we're doing is to build that capacity within Africa, not just Rwanda specifically, is we're trying to get our tools into the hands of the high schoolers to find out who has engineering aptitude, but also interest. And so we want to start them out with our basic simulation tools, and then also have our tools be integrated into the engineering curriculums at the university level, so that as they matriculate through the process of undergrad and even graduate or PhD studies, they get more and more proficient as each year goes by using our tools, so that when they graduate, they're fully ready to step into engineering functions within companies in Africa who could use simulation to build their products, and they currently aren't because they don't have the people who are knowledgeable to use our software.
Private investors also see strong potential across the continent.
It is the moment to invest in Africa. But we see things are improving over time, some countries faster than others. But basically, if you're not a risk taker, you're not an investor. So there's a big upside, basically. We know Africa is going to grow. There will be a growing middle class. There's a growing set of SMEs. There's a need to fuel that growth with financial services, right? So if you're not investing now in Africa, you're making a big mistake.
The local talent and a supportive business environment are also among Rwanda's strongest assets.
I find that to be very promising. There are a lot of very young and curious and very smart individuals here. We literally went from a staff of 5 to 24 in under 2 years. For companies looking to come here, there's a lot of local talent. Some of it may need some coaching and some training in your specific area, but I find the young people to be very malleable and very willing to learn new things. So that would probably be the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing that Africa has to offer is not so much raw materials, but power and knowledge, and young people who are hungry to learn more and do more. So probably the greatest thing that I would say is working within Rwanda is very easy to do in terms of setting up a business. But not only that, the government and the various ministries are very open-minded, especially when it comes to technology. I know the goal of Rwanda is to be kind of the Singapore of Africa, and I think we're well on our way. So if you want to do something and you want to streamline it and you want to have support of a government that is open-minded, I definitely would suggest that you come to Rwanda.
The government continues to attract both local and international investors, offering opportunities through initiatives like Kigali Innovation City.
So what we are doing, I think there's the generic investment law and investment attracting process that we work with RDB. And we continue to have that partnership in order to see if anyone is investing in our sector, in the ICT sector, then there's that particular process. There's also the Kigali Innovation City, which is still a growing investment opportunity area. For example, within the Kigali Innovation City, we have the first building that is coming up. So office spaces are going to be open. There's places to build, whether it's innovation hubs, whether it's cutting edge research facilities. All these are available investment areas within the Kigali Innovation City. And then also having access to talent. So today we have, if you combine the talent pool from across Africa that is based in Rwanda or that is studying from Rwanda, it's a really great talent pool for you to build a Pan-African or even a global company. And what we are seeing, if you go to NOSCAN today, you'll find global companies like ANSYS, which is a global simulation company. You would find companies like Santec, Zipline, that really have a very large tech team that is based here and working on products across all their markets in the world. So I'll say having that diverse access to talent and the ability for them to actually work and thrive in Rwanda is very, very important. And we hope that such opportunities, Rwandans also will keep taking advantage of them and being more competitive.
Discussions from MWC 2025 demonstrate that the continent's digital future depends on collaboration, innovation, and a shared vision.
The African Union, regional blocs, and Smart Africa are already advancing this vision through efforts to cut costs, reduce barriers, and create a single digital market. Such cooperation will scale African solutions globally while retaining their value here. The future we must build is an Africa that is bold, connected, and competitive.
From policy leadership to private sector innovation, Rwanda continues to drive Africa's digital story forward, showing how collaboration, technology, and vision can create real transformation. Thank you for watching Doing Business in Rwanda.